Hi, I'm Dan Millen with Livernois Motorsports. So we've got a show Taurus here. Been a little while since we did a video on one of these, but it's been worth waiting for. We have a lot of cool things that this car will do now that we couldn't do in the past. So Livernois Motorsports has been working on a lot of products for this. It's still a very popular platform for us. This car in particular has got a couple things that we haven't really released to the market, so this should be a first for everybody. It's got new injectors in it, and these are the correct injectors to run full E85 on these things that drive good. Quick note, don't ever put these injectors in and drive without a calibration. Bad things will happen. Anyway, so we wanted to go over a couple things that we got new in this. One is the injectors we make exclusively to Livernois. It's got our intercooler in it. We make two intercoolers, a race and a street. And this one's got our race intercooler in it. And also the biggest thing that I think most people are going to be excited about, at least I am, we've been doing these on a few other vehicles, but it's our multi-tune with adjustable flex fuel kind of on the fly. So what does that mean, right? So the multi-tune that we put in these cars and the other ones basically have 4 tunes, right? Of those 4 tunes, you can do whatever. What we pretty much do, or I do for most customers, your 1 is like your max power, your 2 could be a little bit less power, your 3 even less yet, or maybe a super soft shift, and then 4 could be like a valet. That's what I do for most customers. Seems to work pretty well, and it's nice to know number 1 has got your most power. So all the stuff is adjustable on the fly, where the only thing you have to do in the ethanol is you go to the gas station, you fill it up. You do want to do it with the car off, but it's not reflashing. It's literally all adjustable right at your hands at the steering wheel. So I'm going to go over it real quick. This car here, all those parts, the injectors, the intercooler, and our multi-tune, this thing makes about 400 horse to the tires on 93. With the ethanol, I expect it'll be 430, 440. We're not really focused on the power numbers in this car. I just wanted to throw it out there so people are looking at the video. But I'll show you how the multi-tune works. It's pretty simple. You do use your cruise control stuff. Oh, in addition to multi-tune, it does have a launch control that'll kind of hold the RPM. So I'm going to go over that real quick, and I'll show you right now. So you start basically with the car in the, I'm going to do it with the car off, but you can do everything with the car running except the ethanol select. But for this video, we're just going to do it with the car off, or key on, engine off. So you go to the cruise control button, you hit the on button up to turn it on, and then you hit cancel. That puts you in the tune select mode. You can see now it's on tune 1, and I just put the set button plus, goes to tune 2, and then I go up again, goes to tune 3, tune 4, no problem. Now, while I'm in this mode, if I want to select the launch control, I go to basically tune 1, and then go down 1 more. Now it's in launch control mode, and now I can press up and down and adjust my launch basically between 1,000 and we'll just call it 4,000 RPM. And as you hold the cruise on button, you're in launch control. You let off, you're off of it. Now, I'm going to go over the ethanol select. You just hit cancel 1 more time, and now you're in ethanol select. And as we hit the plus button, we're going up from E10 all the way to E40, E50, E60, and we can end up at E85. That's basically it. And you just hit cancel when you're done, and it's set. Your tune is not changed as far as flashing, but it is changed in the car. So anyway, that's it. I know there's going to be a lot of questions. Call, email, ask about it, but it is available. It is an additional charge off the normal tune. But again, it's available now, and anybody has any questions, give us a call. We did a video on this earlier showing our multi-tune and all the features and benefits of having a multi-tune. In addition, our injectors, it's got our intercooler in it. I'm gonna go back to the injectors for a second. The reason they're important is you need those injectors to do full E85 and not need an additional meth injection or some other kind of additional fuel source to make this kind of power. So when I say this kind of power, I'll get to that in a second, but again, intercooler, multi-tune, air filter or cold air kit, and injectors. That's pretty much it for this car. Exhaust too. But really, really impressive putting all that together, knowing you can just drive this thing anywhere you want, put whatever gas you want in it, figure out the ethanol content, select it on the steering wheel, poof, it's done. But I do want to talk about this car, what kind of power it made, because it's really impressive. I know a lot of these cars have made 430, 440 with 93 and then like a methanol injection or an additional fuel system, adding more fuel. But this car is crazy. So we baselined this car and it was 314, a little lower than I would have expected. This was a kind of a rush job, got it in, baselined it. So the baseline wasn't exactly ice cold, just full disclosure. So baseline was 314. Once we put our tune in this thing, full E85 with these injectors, it made 465. Now, the reason that you get that kind of power isn't just because it's on E85, but it's because it's on E85 and it's got direct injection, a little bit less prone to knock with direct injection. That's why this is such a big deal, and we're kind of making it a big deal in this video. So as you can see, this thing went from baseline of basically 314 to 465, down low, 2,500 RPM. You're talking, I think it was close to 300. No, maybe not that. Yeah, 300 almost. 285 to 582. I know I can pick some other spots in here that might make it exactly 300. Yeah, right there. 300 on the money of torque. That's crazy for a car like this. This thing's probably a candidate for a short block, making this kind of power in it. A little bit on the edge, I would think. With the 85, it won't knock or shouldn't knock. So anyway, big deal. Thanks for watching our videos. We should have a lot more content coming for these cars.